Welcome back to my channel. Until last video, we have discussed about different types of data types, strings, numbers, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, etc. right? And we have also gone through operators and different types of operators and simple examples about the operators. But until now, we have worked like a is equals to 2, b is equals to 3. We have just assigned values directly while writing a program. But when you are doing any project, you want your client to enter his input or your user to enter his or her input. But in our case, we ourselves are entering the input. We don't want that, okay? So, how can you do that? Can you ask user to enter his input? Unfortunately, our console is not so smart to ask user for his input. So, we ourselves have to write a program to ask user or client for his or her input. How can we do that? I am taking a variable named a and I am having a function named input. The function name itself reflects that it asks user or client for his input. And I am also having another variable and also giving it function input. Now I am asking it for sum a plus b. Now I'll print sum. Okay. Until now we do not have any error, I think. Let us run our program. Yeah, we do not have any error and the program is running successfully. But we do not have a sum printed on our console, right? How can we do that? Here we have asked user for input and it has given, we do not mention any text or values within our input console, right? So to ask user for the input, here directly you can give the values 2 and 3 and it has produced as 23. Instead of 5, it has produced as 23. Why? We shall talk about it later. But firstly, let us provide some text. Until you provide some text or any values, the client do not understand that the console is asking for values, right? So enter first number and also enter second number. And also remember that always it is not mandatory to provide text within input function. You can provide empty parentheses after the keyword input, okay? Now I'll run my program again. Yeah, it has asked for first number, right? And the same I'm giving first number 2 and again it has asked for second number. I'm giving it as 3. It has returned as 23. But we have asked for a plus b, right? Why it has returned as 23? Because here we have already discussed in our strings video about the concatenation of strings, right? When two strings are added, then they are produced by concatenating the two strings. Here a and b are concatenated instead of performing the sum function. So how can we do that? Here a and b are considered strings by our Python interpreter. So to convert them into integers, we have to use int function in for the both variables, okay? Here I have used int function. This statement input enter the first number, that is the input function will produce a string and this also will produce a string, and when that being converted to integer, that assigns an integer to a and b, okay? Now I'll run my program, run input. Yeah, it has asked to enter the first number. This time I'll take another number. I think you might be bored with 2 and 3, right? Yeah, it has returned as the sum of 4 and 5, 9, okay? So in this way you can convert the strings to integer values. But you can do this in another line also. Here, instead of using int directly, you can use it. I'll remove parentheses here. Yeah, I'll take x is equals to int of a, and here I'll remove my int function, also the parentheses. Yeah, and y is equals to int of b. Yeah, then here instead of a and b, I'll give x and y, x plus y. Hopefully it must return the same output as it has returned before. Okay, and the first number I'll give 6, and in the second number this time to be 9. Yeah, we have got the sum of 9 and 6. But this program looks a bit weird, right, compared to the before program. It takes much more lines as compared to the before one, right? So instead of converting it separately, you can directly convert on the line where you provide the input function. The Python provides you the way int. Although we know that the Python's work is to produce the less syntax and much productive output. Okay, now yeah, we have seen this before, but what if I'll run this program again. Here I want to give 2 plus 3 plus 4. Do this run? Yeah, invalid literal for int with base 10, 2 plus 3 plus 4. It has returned as a value error because 2 plus 3 plus 4 is not an integer. But I want all my function 2 plus 3 plus 4 to be done within one line. How can I do that? Here instead of, I'll remove all this code. I'll ask only a. Here you can use, in this case you can use eval function. This eval function converts your expression into the expression understood by Python, and then it returns the value you need. Okay, now this time I'm asking enter the expression, run input. Yeah, enter the expression 2 plus 3 plus 5. I'm going to press enter. Are you ready to see the output? Yeah, 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equals to 10. Okay, this is how the eval function and input works. That's all for today. In my tomorrow video, I shall discuss about if else conditions, and I'll give a brief introduction about conditional statements and loops. Okay, bye.